Hello, football fans. Welcome to another episode of Talking Tactics with Light. Uh, we look into the English Premier League, EPL. Match day one has finished with last night's match results. London Derby, Chelsea coming victorious against Fulham, 3-2 final score. So looks like all every team has now played one match and mixed results across the teams. But our focus point being on the traditional top six, we'll touch base on that just to get into last night's results, the Chelsea versus Fulham match. I think, Coach Jabi Alonso's Chelsea is looking interesting. First match, of course, too early to raise any expectations, but offensively, the partnership or the combination of Cole Palmer in that number 10 role alongside Morgan Rogers and Joao Pedro up front, they looked really in sync. And the three players all scored. Palmer with an assist, Pedro with an assist as well. So, I think a good account. First match, Jabi Alonso can take it. Yes, of course, from a defensive perspective, they can still improve. I think they look really a solid team. Perhaps one area where they could look into maybe improving or reinforcing would be a goalkeeper. Sanchez, I think this would be the third season that he's been number one and still not so solid compared to the other goalkeepers, the likes of Donnarumma, David Raya from Arsenal, even Lehman from Man United came last season and he managed to show his qualities. So Sanchez for me remains an area of improvement. But Chelsea, Xabi Alonso came with a 3-4-3 system. In position and out of position becomes 4-2-3-1. So early days. Early days really, but good results nonetheless. Especially Chelsea this season, they don't have any European participation, so it's an opportunity for them really to go the distance in the domestic league. I mean, you've got a new Man City that is being rebuilt, a new Liverpool team, so top four, it's really open and up for grabs. And I think Xabi Alonso can just build on the consistency. Then Chelsea can be a surprise package for the season. But that's it for last night's match. So summing up the top six, remember last week I made a video regarding the review for the traditional top six, starting with Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Tottenham Hotspur. So all those six teams, they've all played. We've all seen the new coaches and the ideas that they want to establish across the board. So starting with Arsenal playing Friday night, Mikel Arteta, a solid team. I think they've got all the recipe for a successful season. And already they are the book already they are the bookmakers favorite going back to back, and anything besides that, it would really be a failure for Mikel Arteta and his guys. The crop of the team, yes, injuries have affected the selection of the likes of Saliba, but they have more than adequate replacement. In also signing in the England international Konza from Aston Villa. They've got Mosquera, who played alongside Gabriel in that centre back, equally good without any showing any difficulties or reliance on Saliba. Left back, you've got Californi coming into this season at the back of a very impressive preseason, starting the season as well quite good. right back, Ben White as well, equally solid at the back and attack when he needs to. So yeah, I think Arsenal looks quite good. Martin Odegaard, captain, coming into this new season, he looks good. If we can just maintain the consistency, I think Arsenal can really do some magic this season. Havertz up front, scoring a goal, Saka scoring a goal, and the new signing Tolis. I think he is a surprise, a wild card for me. I think he is one player to look out for this season. Jersey number 17 for Arsenal, Tolis. Wow, what a player! Offensive minded, instinct. He can play in and around the box. He can shoot. He can dribble. He likes attacking, engaging with the opposite fullback. So he's a complete different player profile to a Martinelli, for example. So I think he can build on that performance and he can have a successful season with Arsenal. And looking into Manchester United, yeah, disappointing result to start the season, a 2-0 loss away at the newly promoted Hull City. Yeah, to really sum up that performance, I think it was a case of Manchester could not play the occasion. I think they were too timid in their approach, especially playing away against the newly promoted team. Couldn't win aerial balls, second balls almost they lost. They allowed the opponent early into the game to settle and dominate the proceedings, which ultimately during the course of the match it affected or it worked against them. The formation that Michael Carrick used on the day, you can't really fault the system because it was a system that they've been using, of course, using or rather choosing to go with the two midfield pairing, debut for Tillemans and Andre Santos playing in that double pivot behind Bruno in the number 10 role, but they couldn't impose themselves. First half, I think we really lacked the sharpness. You had instances where Tillemans lost the ball on many occasions and allowed the opposition to counter-attack them. Second half decisions, I think changes. Rashford tried early in the game, penetrating, using his pace and directness, but it didn't yield any positive results. So I think that was a disappointing part about Man United results. But yes, it's first game, still more to come. Hopefully, positive results and positive performance on the team. Coming into Liverpool, yeah, Iraola ball. I think Sunday match against Newcastle was a tough one, starting in a new team away from home against a team that is also going through a rebuild of some sort. So I think in actual or in fairness, maybe a 2-all draw result is a fair result for both teams. But looking at the team and the system that we anticipated Iraola to use, it was too open for me in centre midfield, where you had a double pivot of Gravenich and Soberslai, both attacking minded players. I think Soberslai was maybe playing too open instead of trying to remain or build from the back using his technicality to allow the two centre backs, Jacket and Van Dijk, to play the ball into his feet. But Newcastle, rather, I think they relied on quick transition using the pace of Elanga. And as Elanga showed on the goal that he scored, that was a perfect demonstration of quick transition football. 1, 2, 3 passes, and then the player is already on the opposition box. A goal, a well taken goal for Alanda. Unfortunately, Newcastle conceded, dubious penalty in my view, right at the end to allow Liverpool to sneak a draw and come 2-2 on the day. So once again, question mark still remains on Isak and Wirtz. Two high-profile signings, very little input into the game. Wirtz, I'm still struggling to find his best position. Is he a number 10? Is he a left side forward? Is he a right side forward? Is he a false nine? Yeah, I think Liverpool will definitely need to get him up to speed. He also look soft in position. He gets easily dispossessed. He doesn't shoot from the distance. He doesn't create passes. So this season is a big one for him. And Isak as well up front, I think he needs service. Provided he remain injury free, he can definitely produce the goods for Liverpool Football Club. But I worry that he's not getting the right service and he's not really getting himself involved in the game as well. You saw instances where either the wingers, a young Gakpo or a young Rio Ngoman, trying to play him in between the defense, but the communication was just non-existent. So question mark remains on Liverpool Football Club, and fourthly rather, on fourth being Manchester City, the new era. So Enzo Maresca starting the new era with a surprising lineup in my view. Wow, I don't think many expected the type of a lineup that was announced and the personnel as well of how players were instructed. At one stage, you had like four natural defenders in the team, and yet he chose someone who many people did not expect to play in that position. He chose to play McGay in that defensive or center midfield alongside the new signing Elite Anderson, where it was a surprising move for me because you already have a Lewis who can play in that midfield role. You already have O'Reilly who has been playing in that midfield role towards the end of last season. So to take a natural centre back and slot him into midfield right away into the season while having natural midfielders on the bench, the likes of Kovacic, the likes of Nico Gonzalez. I think for me that really spoke volume about the intentions that Coach Enzo Maresca has on the team and the game model that he wants to play. And we've already had news that they've agreed a deal with Ayub Bodade from Morocco, rather, an 18-year-old teenager signing up, and talks of signing Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea. They're also ongoing. So still early days. Yes, managed to sneak a 2-1 win right at the end as well. Two assists from Ryan Cherky. Phil Foden, a disappointing performance for me. I felt he could not really affect the game coming from that right side of attack. He needed to be playing a number 10 to really have an effect into the game or alongside Ellen Haaland. So for me, two performances, or rather a game that I feel Man City was disjointed, but also a game where second half, due to the changes, Man City showed their quality and then to came back eventually into the game to win 2-1. So also for me, I would just say question mark remains still on Enzo Maresca and his team. And in fifth place, Tottenham, another disappointing result. I think prior to the game, I was one of the people who really had Tottenham as a team to beat this season, especially the fact that Robert De Zerbi was the coach last season, managed to save them from relegation, and with the signing reinforcement that they've made, having had full preseason with the coach, and early signings that were made early in the transfer window, I expected a better performance from the team. But alas, this is Premier League football. Any team can beat any team, and if you are not mentally prepared, or if you are not tuned in on the day, you get a scoreline like that where it could have been more than 3-0. Bradford even missed a penalty. So early days alarm. I think it's too early to press a panic button. But out of the top six traditional teams, I think you can give a green mark or a green pass To Arsenal for the performance and the manner in which they won the game. Chelsea, you can also give them a given pass. Man City by virtue of getting 3 points. But the other three teams, I think question mark still remains. Manchester United, still work to be done. Liverpool, still work to be done. And definitely Tottenham Hotspurs, there's so much work to be done. So the season is long. It's just match day one, 37 matches to go. We shall see how this coming matches unfolds and the results looks like. So thank you for tuning in, and we shall convene on the other match day. Thank you.